Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Nordic Market News. It's Friday the 10th of November, and it has been a week where Donald Trump has been touring Asia, and Danish wind turbine producer Vestas takes its hardest fall for 5 years after reporting disappointing results and deteriorating outlooks. The Nordic index OMXN 40 sank 2% week to date. Copenhagen retreated 2.5%, Stockholm was 2.3% lower, and Helsinki is also down 2%. Lastly, Oslo slacked 1.2%, however keeping an upside of 19% year to date. In Copenhagen, windmill manufacturer Vestas wind systems fell 19% this week after an interim report on Thursday. Vestas confirmed competition is increasing and prices are subject to pressure, eroding earnings for the whole market. Reported Q3 EBIT of €355 million fell short of analysts' consensus of €404 million, according to Inquiry Financial. Activity on the market increased, according to the company's new outlook. Vestas now expects turnover of €9.5 to €10.25 billion full year 2017, compared to earlier at €9.25 to €10.25 billion. Consensus prior to the report was €9.6 to €10.6 billion. But Vestas' adjusted EBIT margin outlook is now 12 to 13%, slightly down from earlier estimates of 12 to 14% due to increased competition, compared with a consensus average of 13.6%. An uncertainty regarding US tax reforms meant free cash flow is now estimated to €450 to €900 million. Earlier outlook was at least €700 million. In Oslo, NORSK Hydro traded 4.7% lower this week. Deutsche Bank lowered its recommendation to sell from earlier hold with a target price of 55 Norwegian kroner, down from 60, arguing analysts' consensus overlooked increasing costs for raw materials in production of aluminium. In Stockholm, fingerprint cards need a major industrial partner, said major owner Johan Karlström to Newswire Direkt. Johan Karlström was prosecuted in 2015 for suspected insider trading, with a trial expected next year. The biometric share traded 6.1% lower this week. Telco infrastructure vendor ERICSSON postponed the objective to reach a sustainable operating margin of 12% during 2018, as communicated in March. Ericsson remains fully committed to this ambition, but the starting point has become more challenging and therefore it will take some additional time, said CEO Börje Ekholm during a capital markets day in New York. He referred to a weaker than expected equipment markets, effects of reporting in Swedish krona strengthening against the US dollar, and increasing challenges in the business area of digital services. Ericsson was down 6.5%. And on Friday, radiation therapy company ELEKTA said a delay in European clearance for the system called Unity is due during the first half of 2018, delayed from late 2017, also delaying US clearance. ELEKTA therefore dropped 11%. On the global scene, macroeconomic aspects were dominated by US President Donald Trump touring Asia, trying to gain support for imposing further squeeze on North Korea and downplaying the trade conflict with China. Brussels kept negotiating Brexit terms, the EU Commission revised its growth forecast for Europe to the positive, and in Sweden, minutes from the central bank Riksbanken indicated a fragmented view on continued bonds purchase. Thanks for listening, have a great weekend, and see you again next week.